The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, Sandy Vicchiani here with Insurance Agency Marketing. I head up our life division and just wanted to tell everyone just thank you so much for attending this webinar of ours this Monday morning. Just so greatly appreciate it. Before I turn it over to April with North American, there's just a few things, house cleaning items I'd like to go over real quick. And then you're in for just an amazing webinar. Just very excited for you to hear from North American and just to let you know what a great company they are. So here at IAMS, when you refer an agent to us, and that agent gets contracted with their first piece of business, we send you a $50 a $50 check just for our way of saying thank you for entrusting us with that producer. When that same producer places business with us, whether it's life, annuity, MedSup, long-term care, combination thereof, you earn 20 basis points on every piece of placed business that agent writes thereafter. It doesn't come out of your commission. It doesn't come out of their commission. Again, that just is from IAMS, and that's just a big thank you for entrusting us with that referral. For all of our agents, we have something called a marketing reimbursement account. And what we do is for every $100,000 of placed premium, we put in $100 of marketing reimbursement money. So you submit a business invoice to us. For example, if you purchased a seminar system or a website, you had to purchase a new tablet or computer for your business, submit that invoice, and we pay up to 50% of that invoice as long as that money is there in your account. That money accrues. You don't have to use it by the end of the year and lose it. It'll just keep continuing to accrue year after year until you do decide to use that. We also have for our new agents, a new producer builder. So gosh, if you're contracted with us, brand new agent, in your first 6 months of business, you place $100,000 of premium with us. You can choose a $750 cash bonus or a 2-year producer website. If you'd like to hold off because you think, gosh, I'm going to place $300,000 in my first 6 months, you can choose a $2,000 marketing reimbursement. And again, that marketing reimbursement is used for your business expenses. You can choose a $1,500 Visa gift card, or you can choose a Social Security program and 3,000-piece mailing. If you would like to hold off and think, gosh, I'm going to go gangbusters here in my first 6 months and place $500,000 of business with us, you can choose a 4,000-piece mailing and seminar coaching with the top producer of ours, Dave Pimper. You can choose a 5,000-piece mailing and seminar coaching with another great top producer of ours, Matt Gill. Or you can choose my favorite, absolute favorite of mine, is a Ritz-Carlton Travel Rewards package. So you can plan your own getaway. And again, that's just another way for IAMS to say thank you for entrusting us with your business. We also have strong back office support, so we try to save you time and help you work smarter and not harder. And the way that we do that is by supplying your life and annuity quotes for you, doing all the case design assistance, sending out your forms and applications, getting you set up on paperless contracting, going over different sales ideas and coaching. And really important here is the submission of your applications. So when you submit an application to us, we scrub that application, whether it's on the life or the annuity side, order any type of exams and labs that are ordered, and then send it to the carrier the same day. We follow up on cases every 3 days. We're touching that case to make sure that it's still on the correct route of getting issued and paid for your commission as quickly as possible. So there's never a time where we do not know where your case stands or we're not working on your case. We also have very strong creative marketing team. You can contact Jacob or Sean, and they can help you with different flyers or postcards, any professionally written letters you'd like to send out to your agents, or I'm sorry, to your clients. If you have a logo design and it's a little tired and you need a refresh, we can do that as well. Business cards, website, if you have a website and it looks a little tired or you don't have a website, we can help create and manage that for you. Any online newsletters and social media, it's really big right now to advertise, for example, on Facebook. And if you're unfamiliar with how to do that, need help doing that, our creative team can do that for you. So a lot of opportunities we have to help you. Just let our creative team know and they'll be more than happy to do that. We have a very strong website. I am in this website every day, all day long, and that website is www.IAMSinc.com. On this website, you can pull forms, you can run term and UL quotes, you can pull the current annuity grid and see who the top 5 fixed annuity carriers are. Any current industry links or news will be on there as well. This is also where you'll find our webinar schedule, and you can register for webinars. You can also pull up all of our recorded webinars through a link through our website. And then we have a great sales resource library. So if you're looking for any type of education on a specific product, or if you need a needs analysis form, cancer form, anything like that, our sales resource library will have that. So I can't stress enough that you go onto our website, take a look at it, and then give me a call if you have any questions. I'll be happy to go through that registration process with you. So I'm going to put out a poll question here, and by answering yes, you're just asking for additional information. So when the DOL ruling came out, about 2 years ago, we thought it was really important to make sure that any of our agents here at IAMS can keep all the business with their clients with them, that their clients don't have to go outside of them for any financial advice. So we started IAMS Wealth Management. Now that the DOL ruling is done and things have been changed, there's so many questions that agents have. Do I have to have a 65? Don't I have to have a 65? What's in effect and what's not in effect any longer? And we did this to try to increase your revenue, to increase your client retention by being able to offer a full range of products and services. And then also you're viewed differently by your clients as, as an advisor. You're now considered a fiduciary. So again, by checking yes, you're just asking, what's changed? Is there a way if I don't want to get my Series 65, do I have to? And if I don't have to, what do I need to do to capture that business? So we'll be happy to get those answered for you. I'm going to go ahead and close out that poll. We also have coming up our Life and Annuity Academy. Again, by checking yes, you're just asking for information. This is industry recognized. We're very proud of this academy. We cover all the expenses on this, from airfare, lodging, meals. Our one coming up is October 17th through the 19th, and North American will be co-hosting that with us. And it is a 2-day training, and we go over different sales ideas and strategies from top producer of ours. We go into the indexed annuities and how to unravel them. When do you use an indexed annuity? How do you use income riders and the best time to utilize those? We go over different industry threats and trends and the new laws that are coming up on the horizon and how that will affect your business. Different seminar systems, whether you want to do cookies and coffee in a library to your more formal sit-down seminars. We also go over quite a bit of life insurance, so case marketing and case design, different concepts, wealth transfer tools. It is, again, we had close to 1,000 agents apply. We take between 35 and 40, and we'll be more than happy to get you out the information to see if you have an interest in, again, this all expense paid trip for our Life and Annuity Academy. We also have, in addition to all the other carriers and their trip incentives, we have our own here at IAMS. We have our IAMS 2019 Marketing Summit, and that will happen at the Ritz-Carlton in Naples, Florida, August 25th through the 29th of next year. We want as many people as we can get there, just so you can see IAMS and how we work as a family. And so we have an extended invitational period, and that goes from January 1st of 2018 all the way through June 30th of 2019. The only way to get there is to make sure you're contracted with us and writing and placing business with us. And you can do that with a combination of $3 million of annuity premium. You can do that with $1.5 million of Medicare SUP premium, $2.25 million of single premium life, $250,000 of life target premium, or $600,000 of long-term care premium. And again, the only way you're able to get to this trip is for you and a guest is to make sure that you're contracted and writing with IAMS. So right now I'm going to turn it over to April Stastny with North American. She is such a great resource and tool for all North American questions and products. She does an amazing job, good friend of IAMS. So April, if you'd like to take it over, I'll go ahead and
that'd be great.
Get that over to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Sandy. All right, we should have everyone being able to see my screen. I appreciate that. I absolutely love working with IAMS and all of IAMS agents. As Sandy said, my name is April Stastny. I work here at North American in the home office in Fargo, North Dakota. And yes, it is cold here already. I am a sales development specialist, and I work specifically in our life division. So today I want to talk to you about not a brand new concept by any means, but it's legacy building. Now, I know everyone might be thinking, I don't need to know more about legacy building, but I do have some really good tips for you. So let's buckle up our seatbelts and let's start driving this car. Here's the disclosures page. Please note that this does pertain to the entire presentation. So what is legacy building? And sometimes it is called estate maximization, but simply put, like I said, a lot of you already know what it is. It's basically a single premium asset transfer into a life insurance policy. But this can be a really powerful sales concept in today's interest rate environment. It's designed to help your clients attain death benefit protection and help maximize their assets that are passed on to the beneficiaries. So when it comes to legacy building and transferring wealth, guaranteed death benefit life insurance can offer a really favorable solution for your clients. So today, let's just go over the agenda. I want to talk to you about how and why to use North American. So first off is just why life insurance, legacy building, to fully understand how it works, the client's objectives, and how it can help benefit your clients. Then we'll talk about why North American. And then lastly, just make it a real look, looking at a sample case study and discussing some key items to consider when presenting a legacy building sale to your client. So let's start off with our first area, and this is why life insurance. So the main goal in a legacy building sale is to maximize the total estate value. So for clients who are committed to this concept, purchasing the largest amount of death benefit that the asset transfer will provide is key to this effective case design. That key focus is providing a death benefit, so having that guarantee helps to ensure that the benefit will be available to beneficiaries. Let's take a look at several advantages. So first, death benefit protection. Your clients can gain that peace of mind from the start with death benefit. Income tax-free to the heir. So when the insured passes away, the death benefit passes generally income tax-free to the beneficiary. With life insurance, the premium can provide a larger death benefit immediately after issue. So there's a leverage there. We're going to leverage that single premium into a much higher death benefit. Additionally, there can be tax-deferred growth. The premium payments into a permanent life insurance policy can earn and grow on a tax-deferred basis. And finally is the liquidity. So should your client's needs change or in an emergency, you may access the funds in a life insurance policy through loans, withdrawals, or qualifying for an accelerated benefit. Now that we looked at the reasons for why life insurance, let's dive into why North American. Specifically, our custom guarantee. So if you're wondering what product I'm talking about, it's North American's custom guarantee. And first things first is that there's no premium payments beyond age 100. Once you get to age 100, the product runs to age 120 without any additional charges. And this can be a huge benefit as more people are making it beyond age 100 than ever before. So because of this, our price to guarantee to age 120 is the same as our price to guarantee to age 100. So a lot of times when an agent and I are working together and they say, oh, can we stop paying at 105 or 110? It's actually not going to be any different. Once the policy reaches age 100, it's automatically going to go to age 120. In addition, the custom guarantee has an accelerated death benefit endorsement. Now, this is really important. So if you're taking notes today, I would write down that this includes terminal, critic, and chronic illness. That's part of the accelerated death benefit endorsement. And on your screen talks about the terminal illness. And there's no additional upfront cost or underwriting for the terminal illness. So if you have 24 months or less left to live, you can accelerate. The maximum is 75% of the death benefit. That's for terminal illness. Okay? In addition is the critical. So there is, again, no additional upfront cost or underwriting. Critical illness is automatically included on the client's policy at no additional upfront cost, and it's available for clients who are age 75 and up to Table 2. Now, the qualifying conditions, now this is different. You want to note that right now I'm talking about critical, and so the triggers for critical illness include a heart attack, cancer, stroke, major organ transplant, or kidney failure. The maximum that can be accelerated on critical per occurrence is the lesser of 25% of the death benefit or $50,000. And so I'll just repeat that one more time. The maximum for critical illness that can be accelerated per occurrence is the lesser of 25% of the death benefit or $50,000. And last but not least is the chronic illness. The chronic illness, excuse me, let me advance the slide. There we go. The chronic illness, excuse me, is no additional premium at issue. Now that's a reoccurring theme, right? For all of these accelerated benefits, there's no additional premium up front. Now, for non-California cases. So California is a little bit different. California rate class is not a factor, and you have to use a supplemental application that determines benefit eligibility. So there is a little caveat for California. For chronic illness, you have to have the client, they have to have a physician that provides written certification that within the last 12 months, the insured is chronically ill, and that medical certification is valid for 12 months. And so the qualifying definition is if an insured is unable to perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, or they have a severe cognitive impairment. The maximum that they can accelerate for the chronic illness is 24% of the death benefit, and that's per year. So if you have any questions on these accelerated death benefits, critical, chronic, and terminal, please let me know either at the end of today's presentation, or you can contact me or contact Sandy, anyone at IAMS, and we can go into further detail on the accelerated death benefit that automatically gets included on the policy with North American. Let's lastly discuss tactics and tips for positioning and presenting when working to make a legacy building sale. Now that we understand why the client should consider life insurance as a solution for their legacy building needs, let's take a look at the profile of a typical client. And so here's where I ask everyone a question. Who do you know that's within the retirement age of 55 to 75 and they have a retirement plan in place? So that's the question. So write that down on your piece of paper. Who do you know that's within the retirement age and they already have a retirement plan in place? They should also obviously have a need for death benefit protection, or they currently hold an underperforming life insurance policy. And finally, they have funds designated to leave to their heirs or their children in a savings account or a money market account. Okay, so that's who do you know that has that profile for a client. And now next, you might be asking, where does the money come from? And that perhaps is the easiest part, right? You just ask. You do a thorough needs-based analysis of their finances, and when you see chunks of assets, all you do is ask, what are those for? And often a client might say, nothing. I'm just going to leave that for my kids. They're legacy assets. These assets are sometimes without a defined need, or they're already intended to be left for heirs. So here's a few important tips. First, life insurance death benefit is the sole objective. Cash value growth is of little or not significance. And also, if you're familiar with a MEC, a modified endowment contract, that status is also insignificant because that's only relative for withdrawals or loans or surrenders, but not for those policies held until death. And then secondly, the death benefit guarantees are important because you're asking clients to move a significant amount to a policy, and they typically desire some sort of guarantee that it will be there for them. So because of those tips, I suggest one of the best vehicles for legacy building, which is a guaranteed universal life policy. I want to bring you to my Aunt Judy. Here she is. Aunt Judy is 65. She's at standard non-tobacco, so in reasonable health. And Aunt Judy, she has $50,000 that she wants to leave for her children. And let's just say maybe not only her children, but her nieces and nephews, so me being a niece. But she has $50,000. And let's say she has it sitting in whether it's a money market account or her savings account, but it's 50 grand just sitting there. What can we do with that? So here's an illustration. Now I know it might be a little, the font is a little bit little, but for my Aunt Judy, 65, we put in $50,000 into that custom guarantee product, and the death benefit that we get her is $112,337. So for Aunt Judy, instead of that $50,000 sitting in a savings account waiting to be passed on to her children and niece, we can turn that into $112,337, and that's guaranteed until age 120. Now, in addition, if Aunt Judy gets critically chronic or terminally ill, she can accelerate a portion of that $112,337 prior to death. Now, here's something you may not know. Have you heard of InsMark? InsMark is a powerful presentation program which takes information from the illustration and then it presents it in an easy to understand graph and chart. If you don't know what InsMark is or you want to know more information about InsMark, please put your name in the Q&A section or put your name in the chat feature or raise your hand or anything to get our attention, and we'll talk more about InsMark. Okay, so here's an InsMark presentation of that same illustration. This is a presentation on life versus an outside investment. In this case, we're comparing the internal rate of return on the custom guarantee's death benefit to a taxable vehicle at 5% with a combined federal and state tax assumption of 31%. So notice how we compare the account value to the death benefit. So the year-end account value, it's in pink, it's number 4, is $51,725. And then furthest to the right, number 8, is that death benefit versus $112,337. Quite a bit of difference. But this demonstrates how effectively life insurance can compare to another vehicle. Okay, so where can you find any additional tools, resources, etc.? North American has a website that does not require a username and password. So if you're not aware of it, ask me for it, ask Sandy for it. In fact, Sandy and I were talking about this marketing site earlier this morning and how beneficial it is. It has so many resources as far as things for the agent, things for the client, consumer approved videos, etc. So you can go out to this website that doesn't require a username and password and get all of this information.
And then April,
So let's just,
I'm sorry to interrupt real quick. We do have a couple questions on InsMark. So whenever you want to go over that, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll do the summary. I'll just summarize what we talked about, and then absolutely I'll go into InsMark. Today we looked at why life insurance, because we can use it to help plan for the present, the future, everything beyond. Then we looked at why North American, and then finally just discussed positioning and presenting with an arsenal of materials from our retirement planning sales kit. So absolutely. So Sandy, I'll go back to where I highlighted InsMark. Did they have a specific question or just wondering more about it?
I think just wondering more about it. So if you want to, we can get with them now or we can get with them after the webinar. It's your preference. And then we have another person asking for that website information again.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So for InsMark, I'll just give you a few more details, and then for the person asking, we can have a call after this or set up a time to go over it. But InsMark is available to all of our contracted North American agents. So in order to get this, you would actually go to North American's formal website, the one where you do have to have a username and password, and you log in, and then you run an illustration. So you have to run a web-based illustration, and you'll notice here up on the screen, when you're in iPipeline running a North American illustration, you go to the output options, and that's where my arrow is drawing towards, the output options. And in output options, you can click where I circled here, InsMark, and that'll populate. And then we provide you with a serial code. So as long as you're a contracted North American agent and you go to the website and log in, you enter in the serial code to get InsMark, and then you can show exactly what I did, showing that custom guarantee with a guaranteed death benefit compared to an outside investment vehicle, which I'll show this here again because this is really nice. Or you can show it's very popular with Index Universal Life. So if you're running any IUL products of North American and you want to say, well, my client's considering also, a Roth or a 401k or an annuity, InsMark is just going to be putting all of the numbers from the North American IUL into a graph and comparing it to whatever financial or taxable investment that you choose within that software. And I'll have Sandy write down this person's name and contact information, and we can go over that in additional details.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, and then the other person who asked for the site, I think what I'll do instead of, it's a little bit of a longer site, the one that doesn't require a username and password. I'm going to have Sandy either get me all of your guys' contact information or she'll email you. I'm just going to simply send her the link, and then she can email it out, and that way you guys don't have to write it all down or try to memorize it.
And then we also have an agent, which I know because I just worked with April. She's great about getting this information where there are marketing pieces that could pique the interest of prospects. And I will tell you there are several different marketing pieces, and either April or myself will be happy to try to figure out what you're looking for. I called April actually on Friday, late Friday, and said, hey, when you get on Monday, we have an agent that wants some IUL marketing pieces, and she gave me just a lot of information, great information for him to choose from. So yes, there are marketing pieces.
Absolutely.
And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over one more time and ask if anyone is interested in getting contracted with North American, finding out more information about North American, and answer any additional questions that anyone has. Wanted to remind you with North American, when you utilize their Rider-Waite program, that is up to $1 million in death benefit without exams or labs, as long as health, dictates that. So it's a great opportunity to get a lot of coverage without having your clients without having your clients go through any type of exams or labs. So let's see what other questions that we may have. No additional questions. Again, with North American, you can use a paper app. You can utilize, an iGo e-app. Again, simplified issue up to $1 million in death benefit with a right-of-way program, and just some of the strongest products out there that we've come across in the industry. So wanted to make sure everyone had an opportunity, if they'd like to get contracted with North American, to let you know that. Also wanted to
Sandy.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I just thought I would throw out a little teaser too. I'll be presenting another webinar in a couple of weeks, but just wanted to throw it out there that, North American, we also have the term with living benefits now at no additional premium, and our premium deposit account. And we just launched those last week. So just wanted to throw that out there as my one final word.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone will get a recorded version of this webinar. You'll get that later on this afternoon. So it'll have all this information on it. In the meantime, if you have questions, of course, you can contact myself. My name is Sandy at 1-800-255-5055. And April, what's your information that you want to give?
You bet. Yes. So you can contact me also. I'm at an area code of 701. Again, that's in Fargo, North Dakota, but it's 701-433-6015. And I just wanted to say thank you for your attendance. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Again, so greatly appreciate it. And everyone have a great and very safe and prosperous week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.